EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 72 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw again is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again here, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet. Touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Seahawks nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Wilson will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Wilson.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Seahawks nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
On first down, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Man, I got you.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
On the tackle. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. First quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0. Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation. Here's Koo to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. Devontae Freeman. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Mike 50, Mike 50. Silver. Hey, alert 3.
Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
Field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
This is Carson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1 That was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Seahawks 8.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
By the Seahawks.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Wilson rolling to his right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 25 yards that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second down and goal. Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Again, Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Throwing again. Ryan. Out left side here to Bryant. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Looking deep for Julio. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
And it's
Third and long. It's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Flush to his right. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
First down, Seattle.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he stopped immediately there. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, 82 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Seahawks first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
3rd and 2.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Watch the pass.
Freeman again. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action. Ryan. Buying time to his left. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First down, Seattle.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now Wilson on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10 now. Wilson steps away to his left, and he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Seattle.
Greg Olsen. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Falcons 38, Seahawks 35. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. We've got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play. Move on. Next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Don't be scared,
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level.
It's now third down and 3.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Play one. 36, 36.
Now Ryan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a